Cris, thank you so much for your time coming here after your training. 4 belts right behind me.
Yes.
UFC, Bellator, Invicta,
and Strikeforce.
and Strikeforce. Who's your favorite?
You know, everyone asking me, I would say each one have something favorite in my career. You know, I have a lot of sad part, good parts in my career, and then every belt like represents for me like don't quit. You know, like keep going your goals, follow your dream. And everyone for me it's special.
You're an icon. You realize that? Do you?
You know, at the beginning I just follow my dream. You know, I start training and then I see I have the opportunity to do my first fight in America, and I really like, and then I see my sport is very professional here. Before in Brazil it's like something new. And when I have the opportunity to fight Gina, say, no, I want to stay like 6 months in America, learn English, and it just get amazing, you know. And now a lot of women's MMA, just explosion a lot. I have a lot of events and it's very good.
So out in Brazil, were you fighting out in Brazil? Were you, how many fights were you in before coming out here?
I think I have like 4 fights.
4 fights?
Yeah.
Prior to that, were you fighting out in the streets?
No, I never fought in the streets.
Really?
Really.
So where did it come from?
Funny because I did it, in school I do track and field, and then running, and then track, and then I do handball. But there's no handball, everybody thinks it's an American game, play with a wall. No, it's handball, Europe game.
Isn't it the
No, it's not the wall, you play like it's a game. 6 people against 6 people, it's Europe game.
Okay.
And then I started with 12 and I played till I was in university, and then one guy saw me play in the game.
So intense, I bet.
And then he told me after the game, you know, I think you can be a great fighter. Really. And
From playing handball.
Yeah, he watched me. I was playing with a lot of guys because when we have competition, I always play with guys for me prepare for after play with the girls. And then his son played with me, and then after, he's a black belt Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, and he saw me and they said, Cris, I think you can be a great fighter. And I told him, no, I'm not interested, I'm not like fight. And they say, all the time when they see in the training, say, Cris, come to the gym. He give him one card and he's one sponsor me, go to the gym. And finally, I went to one training. I just watched, it was Muay Thai training. And Rafael Cordeiro was the teacher at that time. And I watched a little bit, and then second day I went there, I trained a little bit, and I started having fun.
Okay.
I was already strong, but I don't have any techniques. And I started learning, and in 3 months training, I told my coach, you know, I would like to do one fight for see how it is. And they said, Cris, let's look for girls. And in 6 months, I did my first fight.
How old were you?
I was 19.
19.
I started
so you started
19.
late also in the game.
Yes, I started 19.
Okay.
And then I did my first fight in 6 months. And I lost that fight. I dislocated my elbow, my first one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because in Brazil, you like when the people on the floor, you can jump on top the person if you stand up. Now we cannot do this, like vale tudo.
Wow.
And then I tried jumping, and she pushed me, and then I fell, and then I dislocated my elbow. But then after
first fight.
First. And
What
then,
did you think?
But I was not nervous or anything because I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know how it was gonna be. And the teenagers never have scare anything, you know, just want to do, see how it work. And then I play all the sports when I'm a teenager, and then for me it's just one more thing for try to do. And I did my first fight, and I love it. I say, you know, I love it. I don't have red card because when you're too violent in handball, they give me one red card, I have to sit down 2 minutes.
So here you didn't have a problem with
No, don't have any problem.
Yeah.
Just,
Violence is great.
Yeah, but you know, don't know how much I was surprised me watch my fight.
I see. You didn't know that you had that within.
I didn't know.
Wow.
And then after this, I start training, and then I stopped doing another sports and just focused to MMA, and here I am, and then follow all the belts together.
You made a business out of it, obviously.
Yes.
When did you realize?
You know, when I did my first fight, and then I have a visa, work visa, and then my manager, my lawyer, he said, you know, Cris, now you can start for a green card because it's something new, and then the sport visa, green card, and then I started to work all my visa, and I stay here, and they opened the opportunity because In Brazil, don't have a lot of fights in the event before. Now maybe, but before there's not a lot of girls either. And here I see having more opportunity for sponsor. You know, people like to watch fights in Brazil, but here they don't have. Then in Brazil, they cannot support you like they sponsor anything. And here I open the door. I have more girls training too, and like boxing. You guys very good in boxing here, wrestling. Then I just complete more my training.
Okay. I have to ask about the weight cut. I remember watching that video. I cried watching that video, watching you cry, because I've cried in the tub as well. I know that.
It's the worst.
The pain.
Yeah.
It's like getting close to death without dying. Yeah. And watching you go through that was terrifying. What has changed? Are you no longer cutting that hard?
You know, I learned a lot of the spirit, you know, like when I stay, first I was making 140. I was having a hard time to make 145 already. And then UFC say, no, just catch weight, you want to just drop 135. I knew it was gonna be hard because I knew it was 145 was hard. And I say, I can try. I did it 3 years on diet. I fought, keeping diet. 3 years. I don't have a life anymore. Let's dinner in my house. I have bring my food. You know, everywhere you going. Yeah. And then I did my best for make 135 because I want to make 135. And I did the first cut for 140. Can have the opportunity to catch weight. And it was not healthy. It's not good. I was making a plan just to make one time. And I was gonna back to Invicta. For the title, defend my title. I was not having planned for keep stay 140. You know, I tried 135, but I was defending my title, and then Bellator UFC told me, Cris, you cannot go back to Invicta anymore. You're now UFC fighter. And I say, okay, but you guys have to make my division. You know, I cannot make 140 all the time. Yeah. It's bad for me. You know, like I want to continue to fight longer if you do this. And then, you know, when you stay in the bath losing weight, a lot of things going on in your mind. Like, it's a first battle for you, you know, before the fight. But I think I make a lot of difference doing this. Yeah. But I was not gonna continue doing this. And then I did it 3 times, and I think in the 2 times, and second time I said, you know, it's not worth doing this. Yeah. Something happened for me, they're gonna remember me maybe 2 weeks, and then my family gonna be sad. And I say, no, if you don't want to make a division, I'm going to look for another place and fight my division. And the final UFC make my division with support all my fans too. Yeah. But it's no easy cut weight. And then now I don't have a hard time now, very hard now. Good. The last 2 pounds, okay, I have a hard time. Yeah. But no like 140. That's 140 is never again.
Before a fight and before coming out to the cage, I would say the ring, the cage, what goes through your mind? What's going through your mind at that time?
Doing my best. I always like to train very hard before my fights. Train. And then when I walk to the cage, I know I did everything. Yeah. You know, I know I'm not gonna lose the fight. You know, I don't run that day. You know, that sparring did no good. Like, no, I go to the cage. I know I did my best. You know, if I lose, it's consequence. You know, I feel like if something lose or wins a blast, God bless you, nice. If you lost, I feel like God use you for bless someone. I feel this way. Yeah. You know, if you feel this way, you know, it's sometimes it's the other person, you know, and it just have to. You're never gonna win all the time. I stay long time undefeated, yes, but you know, I know one day you can lose. You know, this is I know, but this is no stop me. You know, just keep going, fighting, training.
With fighting, how long do you see yourself going at it?
3 years, I think. But I feel great. You know, I don't have any bad injuries.
Good.
I'm training better. Like, I think you're getting experience in training better and better.
Absolutely.
You know, I feel good. I feel good and be fighting everything.
Good.
I don't think about I start when I finish, but I may think like, if I finish, what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
Because we finished so young.
Exactly.
Now I'm back to study. You know, for sure I want to keep being in MMA world. You know, keep my pink belt fitness camp for the girls.
That's awesome.
Yes, I want to keep doing this, but maybe I want to do maybe 1 kid. You know, but maybe 3 years or more. I don't know.
When you wake up, when you're alone, that you come home from training and everything like that, when you stand right there and when you pass by it, do you ever just like stand there and just like, I've had a moment like that where you just stand there and you just like, dang. Like, look at what.
I think I never stopped thinking like what I did.
Girl.
I never stopped thinking. I just doing. I keep doing. But sometimes I remember a lot of things I passed through. I say, but I was having the dream. You know, first I have the dream, be the world champion, be the best in the world, the beginning of my career. But even don't have a belt for the girls when I was thinking like that. And when I started training, I didn't know I can go meet a lot of countries, different. Go to Poland, go to Korea, go to different places. I was never having this. I don't have this dream inside me.
Yeah.
I don't have just this sport to give this to me.
So you still just don't like stand and. I mean, when you see that, you're just like.
I see everyone's a lot of work. Like the strike force is the one. For me, everything is new. I didn't know so much. And the Invicta, I came from the hard time because I was doping and I stayed 1 year off. And I have the opportunity back to Invicta when I signed the deal with them. And then everybody said, she's not gonna be the same, she start a lot of things. And I said, no, I'm just gonna be who I am there. And I have to provide the opportunity to start the Invicta. And then I have battles with UFC, not just inside the cage, but outside with Dana White. Everything just growing me like person and athlete. I learned a lot. And Invicta and the Bellator for me, I'm very thankful this be there. I back to work semi Scott Coker. I work at Strike Force, and I feel like everything happened for a reason. I lost for Amanda. Cool. This is like a sad time, yes, but if it never happened, I was not in Bellator now, and I'm really happy in Bellator.
That's good.
I feel like at the time I was in UFC, I have the moment happiness there, but I was not happy anymore. I was feeling my heart, maybe I'm gonna retire, maybe I don't wanna fight anymore. Like too much stress outside the cage.
Yeah.
And I always don't think it affected me. Because I always want to show, no, I'm strong, nothing bother me, it's okay, keep going,
You can only take so much.
Keep going. And then, but now when I go fight, like my last fight, I don't have any stress. My stress is just training, and I feel the difference. And then because I know, man, God take care of you so good and, happen to lose, yes. And then because I was not sad after that fight I lost, I said, man, I'm not sad. I was not. Is that something I have to do? I always have noses one day I'm gonna lose. But I feel like when I lost that fight, when something get out my shoulders, I don't know explain, but something like I was lighter. Like, really. And then it happened now. I signed the Bellator. I'm really happy and I'm thankful to be there.
I'm so grateful for your time here.
Thank you so much.
I truly sitting here, having you here, like I told you, when I watched the Gina Carano fight, I was like, holy smokes. So thank you again for being an inspiration to me, to so many other little girls, and being such a good example.